ladies and gentlemen. Will the guests and staff please rise for the arrival of the official party and please remain standing for the parading of the colors, our national anthem, and the invocation. Side boys, post. Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps, San Diego, arriving. Naval Surface Forces Pacific, arriving. Side boys, post. Parade the colors. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Post the colors.
Shoulder up. Ready? Two. Hard time. March. Right turn. March. Forward. March. Left. Right. Left. 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 Right. Go. Left.
At this time, the invocation will be delivered by Father Gregory McGivern, Honorary Chaplain for NRTC San Diego.
Let us pray. Loving God, Spirit of life, Creator and source of boundless compassion, thank you for bringing us to this wonderful and important moment as we celebrate the accomplishments of those who will soon be officially commissioned for future responsibility as our nation's newest military officers. Our hearts are full of thanks and joyful gratitude. We're also truly grateful for the faith, commitment, learning, goodness, and kindness of so many others who poured into this movement so well, prepared to publicly swear their allegiance to serve our country and make the world a better place. We're grateful for parents, guardians, spouses, siblings, and other family members and friends who supported them to this day of celebration. Thank you for the hard work of faculty, staff, administrators, cadres at the University of San Diego, San Diego State, Loyola, Nazarene University, Cal State San Marcos, and the University of California, San Diego. May they find joy and fulfillment from all their hard work in guiding and supporting our ROTC students this year. The selflessness of our newly commissioned to be an inspiration to us all. Protect them, bless and guide them, and to make them always know our appreciation
for the sacrifices they make to serve our country and defend our freedom. May all of us gathered today remember that those to whom much is given, much is expected. With a keen spirit of hope and gratitude, we humbly make our prayer in your many holy names. Amen.
Please be seated. Good morning and welcome to the Spring 2025 Commissioning Ceremony. My name is Staff Sergeant Trace Morrill. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Professor of Naval Science and Commanding Officer of the San Diego NRTC Consortium, Captain Dan Cobian.
Good morning, Admiral McLean, Vice Admiral Retired Davis, Admiral Sands, distinguished guests, parents, friends, and most importantly, our new steps and officer candidates. The staff at NROTC welcomes all of you to the NROTC San Diego Commissioning Ceremony. Thank you, Father McGivern, for your invitation, and thank you to the Marine Corps Recruit Depot Band San Diego for your presentation of the national anthem. I'd like to also thank USS Midway Museum for their allowing us to have this event here. I can think of no better venue for a San Diego NROTC unit to be commissioned here. The USS Midway has been an icon here for the last 20 years. The soon-to-be ensigns and second lieutenants are starting their careers on a platform that has an austere reputation and become an icon for San Diego. Also joining us today is the commanding officer of our sister service ROTC unit, Air Force ROTC, Commanding Officer Colonel Alexander Hazard Heyman. Thank you for being here today. His wife Ashley. NROTC San Diego is one of the largest NROTCs in the nation. And the soon-to-be officers before you are one of the largest commissioning classes from the NROTC unit. You can also notice that there are quite a bit of individuals wearing the Marine Corps uniform. In fact, 10% of all NROTC source second lieutenants in the Marine Corps come from the University of San Diego State Consortium. We would not be the program we are without the support and cooperation of our host university. And I'd like to thank all of them, all five, University of San Diego, Cal State, University of San Marcos, San Diego State, Roman Nazarene, University of California, San Diego. Thank you also to the community sponsors who have been more than generous in the support of our students throughout the year. American Legion Post 303, Military Order of World Wars, USAA Military Affairs, Navy League of San Diego, Surface Navy Association, the Dallas Flight 13, the Military Officers Association. Today we, Admiral McLean, will commission 39 new officers and welcome them into our respective service corps. To our new officers, congratulations on reaching this important milestone. You've been provided with basic skills to become successful officers. You will refine those skills as you proceed on to your initial training. Soon, you as ensigns and second lieutenants will be leading our nation's sons and daughters. An incredible responsibility and also an incredible officer. I implore you to stay 100% focused and always take 100%. Take care of your sailors and Marines if you need, and they'll take care of you. Congratulations on the job well done, and I'm sure you're proud of all. I'd like to introduce today's guest speaker, Vice Admiral Quentin McLean. Vice Admiral McLean is a 1990 graduate of U.S. Naval Academy. At sea, he has served aboard cruiser destroyers, frigates. While in command, thank you. While in command of USS Carney, I'm going to start over again just so we can. While in command of the USS Carney, UC-64, his ship won the Battle E and the Battery Cup. In Major Command, he served as Commodore of Destroyer Squadron 50. Ashore, he served as the Naval Academy and OpNav staff and ComNav Surpat. Overseas, he has served in Iraq with the Army's 354 Civil Affairs Brigade, at UCOM, and as the 6th Fleet, as the Maritime Operations Center Director with Lockheed Navy. As a flag officer, he led the Navy Recruit Training Command, Carrier Strike Group 10, and served as the 60th Commander of Naval Surface Force Atlantic. He assumed duties as Commander Naval Surface Forces and Commander Naval Surface Force, Pacific Fleet, on December 21st, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a warm welcome for Admiral McLean.
Good morning. Can you guys hear me in the back? All right. Can you guys hear me on the bridge of the Midway? Okay, good. All right. Good morning, Vice Admiral Davis, Admiral Sands, Captain Copian, captains, commanders, commanding officers, family, friends, officer candidates, midshipmen of the San Diego Consortium Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps. It is an honor to be with you this morning as we celebrate our soon-to-be Naval and Marine Corps officers and celebrate the storied tradition of excellence that this unit produces. You are joining a celebrated tradition, and I am fired up to welcome you to the fleet. Good morning to our university officials and faculty from the University of San Diego, Dr. Richard Burgum, Vice President for the University of Advancement, and Mrs. Linda Dews, Assistant Dean for the School of Leadership and Education Sciences. Dean Janice McKay, Professional Studies and Fine Arts from San Diego State University, Dr. Marina Sack, Associate Dean, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics at Point Loma Nazareth University. Juanita Razos-Duanes, Director of Student Success Programs at University of California, San Diego, and Mrs. Jessica Berger, Vice President, University of Advancement, California State, University of San Marcos. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your strong support of our Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps program. I am truly grateful, and we are all fortunate for your leadership. A special welcome to our families in the audience. You are the foundation for our continued success in the Navy and Marine Corps. Your support and engagement make our families and our naval service strong. A strong naval service depends on strong families. All of us who serve this nation can only do so with the encouragement and helping hands you provide. These ceremonies are your ceremonies too. My purpose this morning with you is twofold. I want to celebrate the hard work it took for you to get this far and offer you advice as you set out on your new career as officers in the Navy and Marine Corps. You succeeded already by getting here, balancing demanding academics with physical training, leadership labs, summer cruises, and ethical development. The college experience is one of our many find their direction, discover a passion, and learn about themselves and figure out what they want to achieve in life. And on that journey, I hope you have found your direction, your passion, and your goal. Here you stand at your commissioning, capable, motivated, and I personally congratulate you first and foremost on completing your degrees and opening the door to the next stage in your life. To the University of ROTC staff and the cadre who have mentored, taught, and shaped you, my thanks. You are joining a Navy that is celebrating its 250th birthday this year. You are taking your place in a long line of officers who came before you. Those who fought, led, and died under the same commission. San Diego is a very old city with a deep naval tradition. You are seated on a part of it, and you are now joining. Today, 250 years on, The maritime domain is central to American grand strategy. Protecting the freedom of navigation and the free flow of commerce across the oceans remains an enduring challenge. The sun never sets on our force. We are a global force, and we operate when and where our nation needs. The challenge and complexity that we as a force face requires all of us. You, me, and the sailors and Marines who you will lead in the very near future. Our naval service has never been more important than today, and we need the best people our nation can offer to lead, solve hard problems, fight, and win. You are prepared for this challenge. This is a big day for the 39 of you, and it is a proud day. You've worked hard and overcome many obstacles. The fact that you are here today celebrating this moment is a tremendous achievement. As this goal in your life is accomplished, another one begins, and it will demand even more of you. You can go as far as your talents, your persistence, and your hard work will take you. Before I launch into my advice, let me share a thought with you from Dr. Gordon Livingston. There are three components to happiness: have something to do, have someone to love, and always have something to look forward to. Happiness is not simply the absence of despair. It is an affirmative state in which our lives have both meaning and pleasure. And your life is about to be filled with fulfillment. We have a compelling profession that gives meaning to our lives, that fills you and those who you serve with pride, and makes your families proud of you. With that in mind, I offer you three bits of advice as you begin your journey. One, you are not alone. Two, see your challenges as opportunities. And three, take care of yourselves and your shipmates. 35 years ago, when I was in your shoes, preparing to take the oath, the world was a very different place. But the immediate challenges were exactly the same. Get to the fleet, get qualified in my warfare area, lead my sailors, fit into the boardroom, and it's been like that for 250 years. So, as you face your challenges of becoming a successful officer in the Navy Marine Corps, take comfort and confidence that thousands have gone before you and gone through the same thing. You are not alone in this. We in the fleet can only be successful if you are successful. So we want to help you master your challenge. Come to us, your shipmates, when you need assistance with anything from leadership challenges to partial advice. It helps to get advice from those who have been around a little longer than you. Don't just get advice from the ensign and second lieutenant. And remember, you pick your mentor. Don't wait on a mentor to come and pick you. When I stepped foot on my first ship, USS Lewis B. Fuller, FFG-23 in Long Beach, California, there was an officer on board, Ensign Bob Bobick, who had been on board 6 months longer than me. And 6 months in the fleet is a lifetime. So he knew an infinity more about USS Lewis B. Fuller and the Navy than I did. And he, just being 6 months ahead of me, was a great mentor, taught me many things. He was the officer of the deck when I was a commanding officer, and I'm still in touch with my great friend, Bob Bobick. When I got to my second ship, USS Vicksburg, there was a department head, a combat systems officer, Lieutenant Commander Pat Mooney. This officer was so smart that he ran his entire department from his stateroom. He sat on his bed reading the classics. People would come to him with reports, he would sign them, and he knew everything about the ship, and he knew everything about his people, and he was like a guru. We division officers would come to him with our problems, and he would give us solutions. And so find people who have been there, who are ahead of you, get good advice from them. Don't be too proud to ask for help. Number two, let's address the challenges ahead. You already know that military life is demanding and complex. You will spend extended periods away from your family and friends, endure long days, and confront decisions where lives will hang in the balance. Obstacles will be plentiful through your journey. But how you face those challenges will ultimately define your path. Always embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. This mindset empowers you to turn adversity into advantage, and it's the basis for stewardship. And you are all now stewards of our shared naval service. So let's be clear. Today's security environment is increasingly competitive, faster-paced, digital, and more complex than they even it was 5 years ago. Hostile action in the Red Sea and mainland Europe, combined with bad actors in the Arabian Gulf, the South China Sea, the Black Sea, the Baltic, the Arctic, the Korean Peninsula, and other critical maritime choke points add complexity and the risk to the safe navigation of our sea lanes, and even more ominously threatens our global dominance and therefore our American way of life. Getting after challenges is tough, consistent work. My challenge is driving the surface force to man, train, repair, and modernize for maximum readiness. We have 581 days until the 1st of January 2027, which is the date Xi Jinping has given his Navy to be ready to invade Taiwan. We do not seek war, but the dissolution of the free seas would be catastrophic, and a strong Navy and Marine Corps is the surest guarantee of peace. Earlier this week, I heard from Commander Kurt Alba, commanding officer of USS Sterren DDG-104. He asked me to share a story about one of his standout junior officers, Ensign Nolan Wright. Nolan reported to USS Sterren in October 2023 after completing his initial surface warfare training, placing him in Year Group 23, just 2 years ahead of where you are now. In just 19 months, Nolan has deployed twice, participated in the largest exercise in the world, RIMPAC, last summer, and served for an emergent mission in the Bering Sea last fall. During his first deployment in 2023-2024, he began as a newly qualified conning officer. Today, on his second deployment, he is the captain's most trusted officer of the deck, empowered to keep Sterren safe. First in the Pacific, and now in the high-threat environment of the Middle East, operating within the Houthi weapons engagement zone. He now plays a vital role in training and mentoring the next group of ensigns as they work towards their qualifications. Within 2 years of commissioning, Nolan has executed operations from the Bering Sea to the South China Sea to the Gulf of Aden. He has covered 3/4 of the world, and he is just getting started. As the ship's communications officer, Nolan has maintained Sterren's networks and comm circuits. During the recent activation as the Air and Missile Defense Commander for the Carlton Security Strike Group, Sterren led the shooting down of Houthi one-way attack drones with carrier-based aircraft. That mission's success relied entirely on flawless communication, and that was entrusted to Nolan. Originally scheduled to transfer this month, Nolan requested an extension so he could support Sterren in the fight. He recognized his challenge and is meeting it with great success. When he reports to Nuclear Power School in September, his next challenge, he will carry with him 2 Battle East, 2 sea service ribbons, and pending fifth review, several additional accommodations. This is the caliber of leadership that our junior officers are providing today, leading by example in combat where it matters most. I offer this to you to remind you of what will be expected of you. When you depart here, you will be the officers. Your sailors and Marines will look to you when they are unsure. They will look to you for hard decisions. You will lead them at the point of friction. You won't be perfect all the time, but you need to be ready when it counts. Throughout my career, I have faced trials that have brought discouragement, and guess what? That never stops. You will surely encounter setbacks as well. It is your response to those setbacks that will define you and your character. Our truest self comes from how we handle challenges and failures, not success. There is no need to recover from a victory. It is the setbacks that require resilience and determination. Winston Churchill famously quipped, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts." Returning to that first point, you are never alone in this journey. You are joining a combat team, one where every member depends on the others. There will be times when you need support and times when others will seek your assistance. Open yourself up to the experiences and wisdom of those around you, leaders, commanding officers, sailor Marines, and subordinates, and leaders alike. And the knowledge gained from your education through humility and leadership means learning from everyone. Seniors, peers, subordinates. My learning is ongoing. The longer I serve, the more I realize how much there is still to understand. I gained insights from the officers and sailors of all ranks, discovering new approaches to complex problems every day. If we maintain curiosity, openness, and humility, there is an endless flow of knowledge to draw upon. And as you step into roles where you will lead with greater experience and expertise, you must dedicate yourself to continuous learning. Through formal education and the trials of daily lives, never stop learning. And a vital bit of advice: to sustain your performance, you must also learn to rest and recharge effectively. Each individual discovers the method of renewal that works best for them. In the Navy, we emphasize shipmate self. This is presented in a hierarchical concept, but it truly reflects the priorities of shipboard life. The mission comes first, then your shipmates, and finally yourself. As an officer, you serve a cause greater than yourself, placing the mission and your team ahead of your personal desires. This selflessness is crucial and foundational, but it only works if you take care of yourself too. Warrior toughness is the way to do that, a balance of mind, body, and spirit. Difficult days are inevitable. There will always be moments when doubt creeps in as whether you're fit for this path. Balance in the mind, body, spirit helps, particularly in the spirit area when those challenges come. Reach for your faith and reach for your families who are here today. Take pride in your service and in your sacrifice. In those trying times, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger mission and how far you've come, as well as the drive, persistence, and effort that brought you here. The very fact that you have entered the service and answered the call to serve proves your capability. You possess the determination and grit required to overcome challenges and lead sailors and Marines to success. No matter your background or life story, you will lead the stage as leaders. Those under your charge will look to you and follow your example. Before reporting to your first commandment, take a moment to reflect on the kind of leader you aspire to be. Keep the three principles close. You're not alone. Embrace challenges as opportunities and take care of yourselves and your shipmates. These three guiding precepts will remind you to lead with empathy, stay curious, hold standard, and own the outcome. As you progress day by day, deployment by deployment, you will grow, influence countless lives, and experience what I consider to be the most rewarding and fulfilling of professions imaginable. To each of you, I offer my heartfelt congratulations. The fleet needs you, and I look forward to serving with you. May God bless you, and may God bless America.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now is the time our commissionees have been working toward for many years. They will take their oaths as ensigns in the Navy and second lieutenants in the Marine Corps. The oath of office will be administered by Vice Admiral McLean. Following the oath, each commissionee will receive their appointment and commission from Vice Admiral McLean. Personnel to be commissioned. Attend who? Vice Admiral McLean will now administer the commissioning oath.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Dennis Miller,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
And I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
I take this obligation freely,
I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion,
And that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
The commissionees will now be pinned as ensigns and second lieutenants by their family and friends. Vice Admiral McLean will award the appointment of commission. Ensign Mackenzie Allen will be described by her mother, Colleen Glaser Allen, father, Derek Allen, and sister, Madeline Allen. Ensign Mackenzie Allen attended the University of California, San Diego, majoring in general biology and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Allen will report to Naval Nuclear Power Training Command in Charleston, South Carolina. Ensign Octavio Alvarez will be strived by his mother, Sarita Martinez, and grandfather, Humberto Martinez. Ensign Octavio Alvarez attended San Diego State University, graduating summa cum laude, majoring in nursing. Following commissioning, Ensign Alvarez will report to Naval Medical Center Portsmouth in Portsmouth, Virginia. Ensign Alex Calla will be strived by his mother, Lisa Calla, and father, Joe Calla. Ensign Alex Calla attended the University of San Diego, majoring in integrated engineering and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Calla will report to flight school at Naval Air Station Pensacola in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Mariana Castro will be strived by her mother, Commander Cheryl Castro, and father, James Castro. Ensign Mariana Castro attended the University of San Diego, majoring in mechanical engineering and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Castro will report to USS Pinckney in San Diego, California. Ensign John Sisson will be strived by his mother, Elizabeth Sisson, and father, John Sisson. Ensign John Sisson attended the University of San Diego, majoring in electrical engineering and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Sisson will report to Unmanned Surface Vessel Squadron 3 in San Diego, California. Ensign Shelley Coleman will be strived by her father, Gary Coleman. Ensign Shelley Coleman attended the University of San Diego, graduating magna cum laude, majoring in environmental and ocean science and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Coleman will report to flight school at Naval Air Station Pensacola in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Emma Crandall will be strived by her mother, Marie Crandall, father, Jeff Crandall, and friend Haley Parham. Ensign Emma Crandall attended the University of San Diego, graduating cum laude, majoring in political science and double minoring in philosophy, politics, economics, and naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Crandall will report to USS John P. Murtha in San Diego, California. Ensign Sharon D. Christina will be tried by her husband, Blake Potter, and son, Giuliano D. Christina. Ensign Sharon D. Christina attended the University of San Diego, graduating summa cum laude, majoring in philosophy and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign D. Christina will report to USS Steedham in San Diego, California. Ensign J.Cell Evangelista will be striped by his mother, Elaine Evangelista, father, Chief Jack Evangelista, and brother, Janzel Evangelista. Ensign J.Cell Evangelista attended San Diego State University, majoring in computer science and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Evangelista will report to flight school at Naval Air Station Pensacola in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Derek Fryer will be striped by his grandfather, Harvey Burdett, retired United States Navy, and grandmother, Evelyn Burdett, brother, Brendan Fryer, and mother, Brenda Fryer. Ensign Derek Fryer attended the University of San Diego, graduating cum laude, majoring in behavioral neuroscience and double minoring in Chinese and naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Fryer will report to Naval Nuclear Power Training Command in Charleston, South Carolina. Ensign Taylor Hendricks will be striped by her mother, Cherie Dixon, and friend, Lieutenant Junior Grade Mark Mitchell Jr. Ensign Taylor Hendricks attended the San Diego State University, majoring in economics and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Hendricks will report to USS Delbert D. Black in Mayport, Florida. Ensign Jackson Hopper will be striped by his brother, Samuel Hopper. Ensign Jackson Hopper attended the University of San Diego, majoring in industrial and systems engineering and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Hopper will report to Naval Nuclear Power Training Command in Charleston, South Carolina. Ensign Nathan Jort will be striped by his mother, Ann Jort, father, Raymond Jort, brother, Ryan Jort. Ensign Nathan Jort attended the San Diego State University, graduating magna cum laude, majoring in international security and conflict resolution, and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Jort will report to USS Spruance in San Diego, California. Ensign Bryce Leon will be striped by his mother, Thiwa Leon, and father, Sandra Leon. Ensign Bryce Leon attended San Diego State University, majoring in aerospace engineering and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Leon will report to flight school at Naval Air Station Pensacola in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Nicholas Lloyd will be striped by his father, David Lloyd, and mother, Dina Lloyd. Ensign Nicholas Lloyd attended San Diego State University, graduating cum laude, majoring in economics, and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Lloyd will report to USS Chaffees in San Diego, California. Ensign Andrew Olson will be strived by his mother, Diane Olson, and Lieutenant Commander Charles Studemire, retired, United States Navy. Ensign Andrew Olson attended the University of San Diego, graduating magna cum laude, majoring in mechanical engineering while minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Olson will report to Naval Postgraduate School in Monterey, California. Ensign Alla Ostapchuk will be strived by her niece, Victoria Kadikova, and nephew, Mateen Farouji. Ensign Alla Ostapchuk attended San Diego State University, graduating magna cum laude, majoring in nursing. Following commissioning, Ensign Ostapchuk will report to Naval Hospital Camp Pendleton in San Diego, California. Ensign Hannah Palalai will be strived by her mother, Suyen Palalai, father, Commander Art Palalai, and brother, Vanik Palalai. Ensign Hannah Palalai attended San Diego State University, majoring in business management and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Palalai will report to USS Chosen in San Diego, California. Ensign John Phillips will be striped by his mother, Victoria Phillips, and father, John Phillips IV. Ensign John Phillips attended the University of San Diego, graduating summa cum laude, majoring in computer science and double minoring in history and naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Phillips will report to Navy Cyber Warfare Development Group in Fort Meade, Maryland. Ensign Catherine Presley will be striped by her mother, Nancy Presley, and brothers, Andrew James and John Presley. Ensign Catherine Presley attended the University of San Diego, graduating cum laude, majoring in international relations and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Presley will report to USS John Paul Jones in Everett, Washington. Ensign Dylan Ramsey will be striped by his mother, Dawn Ramsey, father, Dean Ramsey, and brother, Devin Ramsey. Ensign Dylan Ramsey attended San Diego State University, majoring in aerospace engineering and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Ramsey will report to flight school at Naval Air Station Pensacola in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Christian Timms will be striped by his mother, Amy McElwain, and father, Tony McElwain. Ensign Christian Timms attended the University of San Diego, majoring in political science and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Timms will report to Naval Nuclear Power Training Command in Charleston, South Carolina. Ensign Maeve Tierney will be striped by her mother, Patricia Swain Tierney, and father, Dr. Matthew Tierney. Ensign Maeve Tierney attended the University of San Diego, graduating cum laude, majoring in computer science and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Tierney will report to flight school at Naval Air Station Pensacola in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Christian Welch will be striped by his mother, Alyssa Wakefield, and brother, Shelton Taylor. Ensign Christian Welch attended the University of San Diego, graduating magna cum laude, majoring in industrial and systems engineering and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Welch will report to Naval Postgraduate School in Monterey, California. Ensign Henry Widdop will be striped by his wife, Samantha Widdop, father, Dr. William Widdop, and mother, Cheyenne Widdop. Ensign Henry Widdop attended the University of San Diego, majoring in history and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Widdop will report to flight school at Naval Air Station Pensacola in Pensacola, Florida. Ensign Hayden Yakarin will be striped by his mother, Kelly Yakarin, father, Captain Jeffrey Yakarin, and brother, Hunter Yakarin. Ensign Hayden Yakarin attended the University of California, San Diego, majoring in biochemistry and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Ensign Yakarin will report to Naval Nuclear Power Training Command in Charleston, South Carolina. Second Lieutenant Nicholas Pisano will be pinned by his father, Michael Pisano, and wife, Brianna Pisano. Second Lieutenant Nicholas Pisano attended California State University San Marcos, graduating summa cum laude, majoring in history and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Second Lieutenant Pisano will report to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia. Second Lieutenant Alan Antonio will be pinned by his mother, Maria Antonio, father, Command Master Chief Alan B. Antonio, and brother, Alan T. Antonio. Second Lieutenant Alan Antonio attended the University of San Diego, majoring in international relations and double minoring in Chinese and naval science. Following commissioning, Second Lieutenant Antonio will report to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia. Second Lieutenant Michael Ogello will be pinned by his father, Michael Ogello, mother, Liz Mancino, and friend, Corporal Anthony D'Annunzio. Second Lieutenant Michael Ogello attended San Diego State University, graduating cum laude, majoring in criminal justice and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Second Lieutenant Ogello will report to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia. Second Lieutenant Alexander Barker will be pinned by his father, Jeff Barker, and mother, Susan Barker, sister, Elizabeth Barker, and girlfriend, Ellie Massimino. Second Lieutenant Alexander Barker attended the University of San Diego, graduating magna cum laude, majoring in finance and marketing, and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Second Lieutenant Barker will report to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia. Second Lieutenant William Edward Bauman III will be pinned by his wife, Rachel Bauman, sons Luke Tiberius Bauman and Grant Orion Bauman, Uncle Joe Cole, and Gunnery Sergeant Anthony Kim. Second Lieutenant William Bauman attended the University of San Diego, graduating magna cum laude, majoring in real estate, and minoring in business administration. Following commissioning, Second Lieutenant Bauman will report to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia. Second Lieutenant James Bishop will be pinned by his father, Jay Bishop, grandfather, Jim Bishop, mother, Mary Bishop, fiance, Ashley Sutton, sister, Lizzie Bishop. Second Lieutenant James Bishop attended the University of San Diego, graduating cum laude, majoring in accounting, and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Second Lieutenant Bishop will report to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia. Second Lieutenant Dakota Burns will be pinned by her husband, Corporal James Hatchedick, mother, Cindy Burns, and father, Joseph Burns. Second Lieutenant Dakota Burns attended San Diego State University, majoring in criminal justice and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Second Lieutenant Burns will report to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia. Second Lieutenant Clara Derby will be pinned by her mother, Barbara Derby, father, Thomas Derby, and uncle, Donald Derby. Second Lieutenant Clara Derby attended the University of San Diego, graduating magna cum laude, majoring in history, and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Second Lieutenant Derby will report to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia. Second Lieutenant Owen Deedy will be pinned by his mother, Jamie Deedy, father, Naveen Deedy, and friend, Drew Tupac. Second Lieutenant Owen Deedy attended the University of California, San Diego, majoring in data analytics and international studies and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Second Lieutenant Deedy will report to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia. Second Lieutenant Madison Fennell will be pinned by her mother, Lieutenant Commander Sandra Fennell, retired United States Navy, father, Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Fennell, and godmother, Colonel Catalina Kessler. Second Lieutenant Madison Fennell attended San Diego State University, graduating cum laude, majoring in criminal justice and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Second Lieutenant Fennell will report to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia. Second Lieutenant Christopher Johnson will be pinned by his mother, Sonia Wilson. Second Lieutenant Christopher Johnson attended the University of San Diego, majoring in finance and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Second Lieutenant Johnson will report to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia. Second Lieutenant Kevin King will be pinned by his mother, Nanita King, wife, Sarah Jane King, and family friend, First Sergeant Isaiah Jones. Second Lieutenant Kevin King attended California State University San Marcos, graduating magna cum laude, majoring in economics and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Second Lieutenant King will report to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia. Second Lieutenant Dylan Reed will be pinned by his spouse, Brianna Reed. Second Lieutenant Dylan Reed attended the University of San Diego, majoring in communications and minoring in naval science. Following commissioning, Second Lieutenant Reed will report to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia. I present the newest ensigns and second lieutenants of the United States Navy and Marine Corps. On behalf of the President of the National Defense Industrial Association San Diego Chapter, Vice Admiral McLean will recognize the top graduates with a sword. Additionally, on behalf of the Chief of Naval Operations, Vice Admiral McLean will present the CNO Distinguished Midshipman Awards. This year's recipients of these prestigious awards are, for the Marine Corps, Second Lieutenant Madison Fennell, and for the Navy, Ensign Christian Welch. The mission of the National Defense Industrial Association is to provide a legal and ethical forum for the interchange of ideas between government and industry on industrial issues of joint concern. NDIA San Diego Chapter believes the future of America's military strength is in the leaders who will guide the young men and women of our armed forces in the years ahead. Accordingly, the chapter is proud to present a sword to the top graduates of our battalion, passing to them this traditional symbol of leadership and the responsibility to lead future generations of American sailors and Marines. On behalf of the Chief of Naval Operations, Vice Admiral McLean will present the CNO Distinguished Midshipman Awards to Second Lieutenant Madison Fennell and Ensign Christian Welch. This award was established to honor Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps midshipmen who demonstrate the highest standards of leadership, scholarship, and military performance. Congratulations to the awardees. At this time, the 13th Marine Corps Second Lieutenants will be presented with their Marine Officer's Sword. The Mamluk sword, issued to Marine officers, carries a rich historical legacy linked to the Mamluks of the 11th century. Originally Turkish slave soldiers, the Mamluks rose to power, eventually ruling Egypt. The design of the Marine officer's sword was inspired by this tradition and named after these formidable warriors. The connection between the Mamluks and the United States Marine Corps was solidified through a notable event in early 19th century military history. In 1805, First Lieutenant Presley O'Bannon of the United States Marine Corps was tasked with an ambitious mission during the Barbary Wars. He led a small contingent comprising 8 Marines, 1 midshipman, and 10 mercenaries on a daunting 600-mile trek across the Sahara Desert to the city of Derna, in present-day Libya. Their goal was to restore the deposed ruler of Tripoli to his throne, a strategic move to stabilize the region and curb piracy. Upon successfully storming the fortress at Derna, Lieutenant O'Bannon's leadership and bravery were recognized by the local governor, who presented him with a Mamluk sword as a token of respect and gratitude. This event marked the beginning of the tradition wherein every new Marine officer is awarded a Mamluk sword upon commissioning. It symbolizes the courage, leadership, and resilience epitomized by O'Bannon. Today, this tradition continues to be a significant ceremonial element within the Marine Corps. For example, Captain Carnes, the Marine officer instructor at the Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps in San Diego, presents a Mamluk sword to each new Marine second lieutenant, signifying their readiness to uphold the values and duties of a Marine officer. This tradition not only honors their historical roots, but also instills a sense of duty and continuity among the officers. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the benediction, the departure of the official parties, and the playing of the service hymns. Father Gregory McGivern will now deliver the benediction.
Good and gracious God, we give thanks for all these our newly commissioned officers. May faith in God's protection grant you courage. May your discipline and sacrifice inspire every citizen to use their freedom well. May God, who is for us, with us, among us, bless you and sustain you in your allegiance to serve our country and make the world a safer place. We humbly ask all of this in your many holy names. Amen.
Side boys, post. Naval Surface Forces Pacific departing. Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps, San Diego, departing. Side boys, post. This concludes our ceremony. We ask for a few minutes with the newly commissioned officers for a group photograph. God bless America, the United States Navy, and the United States Marine Corps.
Right now.
I saw you over here.
Trying to get out of the way.
I graduated early. I
It's honestly not super likely, like it's possible. It's possible.
Oh yeah, we're gonna still have some like little snacks over there right outside. Yeah. See, you got that. But don't look. Right. Oh my God! Thank you.
So I remember you going first, and I go
Romania, were you doing that, the English side over there? Okay, so they actually didn't get this year. Because I know we were fighting for those billets when they got up. Okay, good. Make sure you get the... Yeah, I remember when Romania gave
No, you're so nice. You're so nice.
You gonna rock the mic?
Oh my gosh, you're so awesome.
Oh, yeah. I didn't met at least
Honestly, we have a home gym, and I haven't used it. I made it like 1 or 2 times. Like, yeah, so she's just turned a year. She's 13 years.
He's over there, I see him.
I don't want to.